Yes, I shaved my head. Yes, you're all super shocked by this, but that is not the point of this video. By now, I'm sure most of you know what hydro dipping is, and for those not in the know, it is the process of taking a printed pattern, a two-dimensional sheet of printed pattern, and applying it to a three-dimensional object. And this is done by laying the pattern on the top of some water, putting some chemicals onto it to kind of break the stuff that holds it together, and then dipping the object into it so that the water helps the pattern go around the edges and curves of the object evenly and smoothly. And this has become really big with people who want to customize their car parts, their gun parts, their guns, and even dart blasters. While hydro dipping is a pretty darn cool process, and there's a bunch of nerfers out there doing the hydro dip thing, I prefer a process called swirl painting or paint swirling. You really can't go wrong with either one of those terms. And it's a lot like hydro dipping, except you don't use a printed pattern. What you do is you use the water's surface tension, or you up the water's surface tension using something like borax to hold paint. And then you swirl the paint layers around to get this funky look, and then you dip your object into that. And this is really popular with guitar players who want to make their guitar something very unique and something really funky. Ibanez Gems come to mind, and they look gorgeous. Off the top of my head, there's 3 or 4 nerfers, maybe a bit more, who do hydro dipping, whereas with swirling, there's really only one person that I know of who is doing it. And I discovered his channel a few years after I tried my own attempt at swirling that turned out very, very poorly. The paint was just uneven, and I did something wrong, and it just looked awful. And I found his channel, and I thought it was really cool that he was doing it and doing it so consistently and doing it so well. So when I got an email from AutoNerf asking if I wanted a customized Flipfury in my own colors, I gave him the colors pink and purple because I love pink and purple, and he added in some black and white to give the blaster a bit more complexity and a bit more randomness, and here are the results. The paints used to swirl this blaster are all tester paints, and they are metallic purple, gloss magenta, gloss black, and gloss white. And while the performance of this thing is stock, because you can't really mod the Flipfury all too much without breaking internal pieces, it is a very unique looking blaster that fits my color style perfectly because I love pink and purple, and the white and black just give it this nice complexity that adds a bit more interest to the overall look and design, I should say, because it's swirled. One thing that was really surprising to me is there is no clear coat on here, and it surprised me because this thing has a very glossy, smooth feel that you would get with a gloss clear coat, but there is no clear coat, which is just kind of mind-blowing. And I've dropped this once, and it's held up pretty darn well, so that kind of blew me away. One of the big things that I love about swirl painting is that everything that you swirl is going to be a unique item, and no other thing is going to look like it. And I think this turned out very, very nicely. It just looks really cool. There's a lot of interesting points on it. It covers the entire blaster in this one solid fluid thing with no kind of gaps, no breaks in the paint, so it looks really good all around, and it just flows really well, which just, you can flip this thing around all day and just, it never ends. It's just kind of this infinite loop of paint that's all connected. So AutoNerf has a bunch of videos on his channel just swirling blasters, and one of the things I really love about his videos is that he goes through the entire process of swirling the blasters. He gives you like a recipe list of what you need. So like the borax amount, and he goes step by step, and he shows you swirling in a really easy to understand way. So if you're interested in swirling, or you want to kind of see if you'd be interested in it, his videos are definitely a good place to start if you want to know how to swirl a blaster. So that's something really nice that I like about his videos. They're very easy to follow even if you've never swirled before. I'll have a link to AutoNerf's channel in the description, as well as a link to him swirling this particular blaster. A very, very big thank you to AutoNerf for making me this very cool, one-of-a-kind, unique Flipfury. And while I'm not a fan of Flipfuries because I find them to be very cumbersome to use and I can never get them to flip properly when they're loaded, as you saw in the firing video, this one is definitely more than all right in my book, and I need to find a place to kind of put it up on display, because honestly, this is like a usable display piece. There's not a lot of people who have seen a swirled blaster, because I don't know of anyone else in the nerfing community who does swirling on blasters. But if you do know someone who does, other than AutoNerf, link them in the comment section, because I would love to see more people who do this kind of stuff if they are out there. But yeah, thank you to AutoNerf, and thank you for watching this video, and you guys know the drill by now. Have a great day wherever you are.